and welcome back to Let's Play King's Quest II Plus. We are going to hide behind the tree. I know, but an introduction! We're hiding behind the tree.
You watch as a little man runs out of a door which has been built into a tree. You surmise that you have found the culprit's home. The vague aroma of chicken soup confirms it. That fiend.
That chicken soup stealing fiend. How dare he? Yeah, in the original game, you could pretty much go in at any time and steal the chicken soup, but yay for consistency. Can we go into the
Finding the door ajar, you cautiously open it and step inside the tree.
That's not a jar, that's a door. Okay, down we go. Down we go. And over. Yay.
You grab the hat.
That's
not a knife. The knife you found under a rock one time? Now that was a knife.
Okay, LMD reference.
Upon opening the trunk, you find a number of items that the dwarf has obviously stolen and stashed away. Among them are some gold coins. They display the distinctive face of the first king. They could only have come from the magic chest of Daventry.
Ah, this is supposed to be the
Hear
dwarf.
the sound of the door creaking. Follow those
Oh, I'm screwed. I was not fast enough.
Being caught snooping around someone else's house usually has a negative consequence. Did you learn nothing from your experience with that witch last year?
No, I learned nothing. That really wasn't a lot of time. I'm surprised at that. It might have something to do with the speed.
You watch as a...
Yeah, chicken stealing fiend. Okay.
Finally.
Yeah. The door's ajar, Down the ladder. Too bad there's no way we can kill the... Our girl won't let us. And trust me, I've tried.
You grab... Upon opening among them...
Anything else we want? So, let's blow this pop stand. Get the hell out of Dodge. Let's get the heck
You hear the latch.
Nothing against Dodge. I'm sure it's a very nice place. I just, don't want to be there. Now let's go to grandmother's house to give her chicken soup. Now once again in the original game, you could give her the chicken soup at any time. In fact, it wasn't even necessary to give her the blimey chicken soup. Why I just said blimey, I don't know. I'm arrogant. One from the United States. Anything new in there?
You open.
No, she's actually taking her Maryland.
Welcome. Come in, please. Awesome told me to expect you.
I like your voice. How come your granddaughter can't have a voice like you? Oh well. Soup fire.
You place the now cold chicken soup over the ground fire once more. After it heats up to eating temperature, you remove it again.
You give her the whole pot? The heck?
Offer the soup to Possum's grandma. Introduce yourself and wait courteously while the frail elderly lady eats the nourishing meal.
They didn't want to
She
actually
is
admit
finished,
that.
She sets the empty bowl down elsewhere and turns her attention towards you.
In other words, we're not going to show you. As my neighbor clunks on by. Talk to her.
If you would like to speak with me for a while, I would welcome your company. A person should never turn away a visitor, especially when she reaches the twilight of her life.
You can't help but feel a sense of finality in the old woman's words.
No, you had nothing to do with
You
Twilight.
must have something in return for your kindness. You do not need to risk your safety for an old, worn-out woman like myself. night like this.
Really? How come you're suddenly Russian? Look on the old lady's bed.
And find a thick black cloak. Lying atop it is a beautiful ruby-encrusted ring. You pick both up with reverence. I could not possibly take these fine things from you.
Yes, you can. It's an adventure game.
I want you to have them. Nights in Kojima are cold, believe me. As for the ring, well, perhaps it is better that I do not have it to remind me.
As you wish.
No, that's the one.
You are now
I like wearing other people's things.
with a flourish.
Now, what does this remind us of? Well, if you're playing King's Quest,
You have a charming young granddaughter.
hi.
Grandma smiles at you graciously.
She is a treasure to me. I would
Not
do
like the bird
anything
treasure.
to ensure that no harm comes to her.
If I may
Would you
inquire,
kill?
what became of her parents? Grandma frowns, and her eyes darken for a moment before she forces a melancholy smile to her face.
They were lost to us many years ago. I am afraid your father never really knew her parents.
It must have been a daunting task raising a child by yourself, especially at your age.
Great, I've never mentioned a woman's
At
age.
my age, I am certainly not as young as I used to be.
Beyond
And there
human.
is no shame in that. I have tried to raise her as best I could to keep her safe and well. However, I fear that as of late the reverse has become truer.
Because you're weird, lady. What's in the picture on the
It is
wall?
a portrait of a young man. He looks somewhat familiar.
No idea why.
The painting on the wall looks like an artist's depiction of Kalina landscape. You wonder who painted this. It is a portrait.
Yeah, there's no reason for the young man to look familiar.
If you please, I was hoping you might tell me of the cloak and ring's origin.
You don't want to know.
The old woman closes her eyes as if the memory she seeks is painful to her senses.
Don't ask
They
women
were
these
my
things.
husband. He was a proud man, the last of his line. His family had been rich, a great deal of old money, you might say. They lived in that castle you might have seen to the north.
In other words,
Upon that
the
island
missing.
is evidence of how much they valued their privacy. He was a good man, my husband. He took care of me. Certainly he had his strange habits. Most men do, if you will pardon me for saying so.
Yeah,
I
but that's so
suspect that he
creepy.
practiced magic, so I could never catch him in the act.
Ooh, no
He
magic.
would frequently journey afar, taking that black cloak with him wherever he went, to places he would not talk about. He said that it represented something important to a certain group of people, and that I was never to mention it to anyone. But he was always
So.
there for me, always, until that fateful night. We had been married just over a year, and I was heavy with child. We were both out walking in the rearwood forest late one night. The air was warm, and in our youth we
Doesn't look
paid
heavy with child.
attention to the world and its many dangers. Besides, there was a full moon. We could see clearly enough.
Oh no, Jacob's gonna come.
Shadow passed over us. We looked up, thinking it might have been a stray cloud.
It was a bat.
not.
It was Edward.
Descending upon us like a demon was the largest, most hideous bat I had ever seen. Its fangs were bared, and it dove straight for me. I must have screamed. My husband flung himself in front of me to protect me. He swung his arms about frantically in hopes of warding the horrid thing away. Perhaps he was trying to cast a spell. I could not recall how it is panicked. They paid him no heed and would not be deterred. It swooped again and again relentlessly. At one point, my husband's hand must have clipped the bat's neck because it lost control and crashed into his shoulder. He tried to wrest the foul creature away, but then he shrieked suddenly. The horrid thing had bitten him.
Vampire's not made that way. Vampire's not made that way.
He never did recover from that incident. He just faded with each passing hour. Within 2 days of the attack, my husband had died. They buried
Died.
him on his family's plantation on the island.
Quote, quote.
Sometimes when I sleep, I can feel him watching over me, guarding me, protecting me. I think he is waiting for my time to come so we can be together always.
Okay.
The old lady seems to be dozing off. You can barely hear her final words.
I miss him so.
Telling the story has clearly taken a great deal out of her. You watch the old woman a moment and notice her labored breathing as she sleeps. Despite the little girl's tireless daily efforts, perhaps there's nothing more to be done.
That's depressing. Also, men that break into your house to watch you sleep, creepy. See you guys next time.